seriously, are you okay?
I am.
Did you smell toast?
No.
Because you are drinking peach-flavored lemonade.
Oh, I know.
And you absolutely hate peach-flavored anything.
No, I don't mind peach flavored.
Oh, I've gotten you numerous peach.
True. Well, welcome, Saturday Night Pregame podcast fans.
You definitely taste the peach.
Yes, you do.
I like it.
Thank you for joining us. This is your first time listening. Thank you for checking us out. Yes,
Definitely
Chris.
the first time listening.
No, you're right. Who am I kidding? Everybody's starting to listen to this.
Episode 21.
Ooh, look at you. I'm honestly, when I type it out, I'm like, I have to actually go look.
Yeah.
I knew it was 20 or 21. I wasn't sure. That's why the one.
Numbers are doing pretty well. That one episode is up to 80 something now.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I think Katrina was pretty happy when she got one episode that had 100 downloads. So we're getting close.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool. The last week's still needs a little work.
Peter's getting them numbers up for that number. He's going to hit that 100 by himself.
Oh, guys, I haven't gotten the t-shirts done yet. This whole week. But I kept looking at it and I'm like, I'll get to it. And then today I was like, oh, I need to call our guy and get this done. But I think we're going to have some good ones. Hopefully we have the one before St. Patrick's Day so we can send it out. Chris reminded me, St. Patrick's Day is coming up actually. And,
well, that's an interesting question because I was wondering, will anything happen for St. Patrick's?
I think that was the last time we went to a bar.
Bars that have restaurants, bars that have food.
Did we work Glasgow's last year?
No, we didn't.
No.
Remember we met you. Me and Chris went out to
you were at like Fado's or whatever that
yes.
bar is.
Was that with Brian?
I think you were with Brian.
Yep. And so me and Chris went out to Glasgow's, and we've never felt more uncomfortable at a bar because this is like when COVID really started popping off.
Yeah.
And people were actually starting to be like, do we? And then the city of Chicago gave the bars one last one. And if we had known it was going to be our last hoorah for a year, I think we all would have probably had a little more fun than we did. But it was. I
don't think Pat Lynch made it out that night.
No, he definitely didn't. It was Pat. No, I don't know.
No, it was just us. I think we were at Enjoy. We ended up at Enjoy at the end of the night.
I remember that bar very well because they had a printing machine. So you'd get a beer, put your thing on the print. I'm sure this is not COVID safe now, but you would put your beer under there, and they would print you a picture on your phone. Like,
oh, that's cool.
You would put your coffee.
That can't be COVID safe now.
And like there was like a little thing in the foam of your like drink. You would put like a picture of whatever you want. No, this was at the.
You know what? Actually, sorry, it wasn't actually the it wasn't beer. It was we got
Irish coffee.
Yes,
but you did do it for my beer. Okay. I think it was Guinness.
So really quickly before we really dive in here, I want to set a rule. Anybody who interrupts the other person has to drink. So we can all call it out on the guy who interrupts. The guy who interrupts, so the rule for tonight's podcast, if you hear somebody interrupt another guy, they have to drink. If the person who gets called out has to drink.
How much time we got left till 15 minutes?
We got a while.
Well, that was another rule.
Yeah, that was a rule from last week.
And what was that rule again?
That first person
to swear, yes.
Has to take a shot.
Yes.
Instead of 15 minutes.
Okay. So I think we're doing all right. I've started because of my Lent 40-day thing was to give up swearing. It's not been great, but I'm starting to catch myself before I say it.
Yeah, before gummit.
Yeah, no, and I think because every other word on my mouth used to be a swear word. Yeah. And you can articulate that.
You're just not like the stock market anymore?
Please drink.
Is that what it is, though?
Last 2 days have been very good for me. Not good for the world. I feel bad for the world. Thursday was a 96 point. Woohoo!
I almost cussed. GameStop shot up a bunch again this week.
I wonder if Max sold out or if he's just been holding.
I don't know, but another guy at work said he bought two of them, like 2 stocks and
2 shares or
2 shares, yeah.
Yeah.
And I would imagine if he had held on, he'd tried. I would have just sold it again.
You know what? I've not been watching the saga. I know. So I had a call on Thursday night with a buddy, and he's in the financial arena, and he told me that he has sold all his positions as of Thursday when the market started to hit hard there, and it meant to text you guys. And this isn't financial advice at all for anybody out there. Like, don't listen to us. I don't 100% honestly understand it, but it has to do with the bond yields and mortgage interest rates. So
I did see something.
Yes.
I was reading something this week about mortgage interest rates and that whole thing changing, and they anticipate it's not going to look good soon, but it's also like so up in the air that they don't know.
100%. And so he said the same thing, but he said that so his company set out a message like, hey, it's in our belief that things are coming sooner than people want to believe. And so he just sold all his stocks. And so I was thinking that too. And then I looked at the market. It was like 100 points down Thursday. It fluctuated a lot today. It went from up 20 to down 20, and I think it ended down 20.
I've been hearing stuff with Biden talking about things, and like I heard a thing about his there's like a chip shortage.
Yeah.
And a lot of the things he's saying is like making things in the stock market, I feel like, fluctuate.
Oh, is it really that?
Because that chip shortage affects so much with like NVIDIA, so cryptocurrency is involved.
Yes.
All this like work from home stuff, all those companies are, relying on that.
You're talking potato chips?
There you go.
Yep. The best kind of chips.
Have you heard I don't know if this is Biden's doing, I think Biden would like to use that War Act to like ramp up like chip, because like Ford's having an issue getting, and what we mean chips is like microchips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
silicon.
Sorry.
Silicon.
Yes. Yeah. And they're in a shortage. And I again, not something I have a full understanding of. I just know that
I decided to start building a computer like
3
weeks ago, and the big thing in the computer is the graphics card, and that is like impossible to find right now.
Yeah. Frank, me and Frank, we've been doing a lot of the crypto stuff together, and both of us have never made any real money in it. Like, we're lucky enough to have our stuff, but like all the ones that we've chosen, and it's like, we got this. This is gonna do it.
We're gonna ride the wave, baby.
And it's nothing. Whereas I had a buddy.
Ride the wave to the poorhouse.
Yeah. Can you drink this?
Yeah.
Thank you, buddy.
I think I interrupted you there.
Did you get is this the same person that gave you advice that gave you advice a few weeks ago?
What was that advice? I'm sorry.
To get out of a certain position.
Oh, yes, he did. Yes. No, you're right. But he got out. He did very well in some stuff. And like really well. Like, I was up 15 minutes last night thinking about why am I not as smart as some other people in this world? And it really bugged me. But yeah, listen, you got to be happy for people, and I hope everybody's just being careful. And I meant to text you guys, but again, I don't want to tell you guys how to do your financials, but I was going to say, hey, I think maybe it's time if you guys got some positions.
I was thinking about it.
Just put in some stop losses that you feel comfortable with. Again,
stop losses, that's a good call.
You don't have to, unless you just want the money. Yeah. I mean, take the cash. Like, listen, I think we're all doing okay in some things. Mm-hmm. Might just be worth taking some of that cash.
I mean, there's a good chance if you invested in some sort of stock months ago, you're probably up way more.
Yes. Yeah.
And you're probably better off putting a stop loss where you're like, I just want to make at least this much.
Yes.
And just walk away.
Yeah. Where me and Pat talked, and Pat's really good at getting out when he's comfortable. Where I'm one of those, like, I feel like I get out too early, and then the market continues to grow.
That's interesting. Okay, so you get out when you're comfortable.
I usually get on the way up.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask, do you? Because the hardest thing is to, after you're out, is look at where it's at, and you're like, if only, and that's just a hard game to play.
By the adage of pigs did fat and hogs did
Yeah, that's a hard one to. It's lovely to say, but it's hard to watch. Me and Chris are a couple that now we're looking like we were kind of piggish on them.
That was like me with the WWE. That was up a huge amount. And now it's worth half of that, but it's still up. But
yeah,
I was like, let's ride this way.
So what's your end game on that one now? Are you probably never to go to that height again?
No.
So do you have like a point where you want to get out of it?
I mean, I won't lie. For me, a lot of the stuff I buy is just long term. Like, it's how I feel about cryptocurrency. It's how I feel about a lot of stuff. I'm doing well financially now. This stuff is for later on in life. Hopefully, yeah.
You pray that NBC buys WWE.
You think that's possible?
NBC Sports, they've been talking about it because they're taking their WWE network and it's going to be through the Peacock service.
Yeah.
That's
they're going to like literally just get rid of it.
The stock really didn't bump from that, surprisingly.
Huh?
The stock didn't really bump on that when the news came out.
Yeah, but I mean, that doesn't surprise me. But I think if like something like NBC Universal were to pony up and buy it, I think that may shoot the stock up a little bit.
It'd be interesting if McMahon would actually sell his company.
I was thinking
While
that
he's still
too.
alive.
Yeah.
I think when he decides to retire and
Yeah.
just like
That's
call
his
it quits
exit
or
plan.
dies, somebody's going like his kids and everything are just like, nah, we're done with this.
How old is McMahon now?
70s.
70s,
Gotta
yeah.
be, yeah,
He's in his
looking.
late 70s, I think.
Yeah, he's looking.
Do you think he's got much longer just because of the physicality that he put
Like,
into wrestling? I mean,
I think
I
he's
feel
a-
like that has to take some time
Yeah.
off.
I think he's on all the drugs.
Yeah.
But like all the, he knows, like, he's got the doctors too, kind of.
Oh yeah.
He
So
might
yeah.
have them. Wow. He might have the presidential doctors, that type
Yeah,
stuff. Where
that
like
makes- that
Jimmy
makes
Carter is the only man to get in every single type of disease in the world and survive them all.
I know he works out a lot. I know he's got a very. I know, but he works out a lot, but he also keeps like really weird hours, which is not good for you. So.
Yeah, no.
That's one thing. Yeah.
I read a study this week that late sleepers die earlier. Like people who are more night people tend to have a shorter lifespan. Not significantly,
Yeah.
but yeah.
So when are you gonna die, Jim?
Ah man,
Dude, Joe,
it's
you
close.
like to post on Tuesday at Tuesday or Wednesday at 2 a.m. And I literally, because I just wake up middle of the night sometimes, and I looked at my phone and I was like,
I try
Two?
not to.
2 in the morning?
Sometimes, yeah.
What are we doing at 2
I
in the
don't
morning
know.
on a weekday?
I don't know. Sometimes time gets away from me, and I'll lay in bed. I'll get into bed around 10, and
What a laptop, man.
and then it's just like one thing leads to another, and that's when I do most of my reading. So it's just like, and especially with articles or Reddit, you just start reading a whole bunch of stuff,
see.
and then all of
I
a
see.
sudden you go down this rabbit hole, and it's 2 hours later. I'm like, fuck, I gotta go. Fuck.
And you're on the adult
11.
old.
Oh, he missed it. We got
Yeah.
a shot tonight for my boy. A shot for
Joe, you made
night.
it 11 minutes. And
That was
40
good, though. We got
Yeah.
good job, Chris. I'm so proud of you.
I know. I'm so proud of
So
myself.
what does he have to do to shut up? Is the question.
Well, we'll do it tomorrow, and we'll
We'll post it for all of you on our
Yes.
Instagram.
yes, me and Joe will do a celebratory shot.
Not Rumplemans. What's
Nigga bomb,
the-
nigga bomb, nigga.
What's the Chicago
Malort.
one?
Or
Malort.
Malort.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
It's been on the list of things to do.
I have a whole entire bottle for you, Joe. Don't
Yeah.
worry, baby.
Oh,
We'll
baby.
get you a funnel. You get big shots.
Oh, I can't wait.
What's it? Beer bong. You'll do a Malort bong.
no.
Have you ever seen the ad? It's like a skit. I wouldn't say it's an advertisement, but it basically is because of its premise. It's a guy pretending to be the founder's grandson, and he's got to take a shot.
Yes, yeah.
And it's I think it was done here in Chicago, but
Yeah.
he goes, Malort, it's my grandfather. It's a great thing. Da 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 da. He's like, cheers. And they're like, guy behind the camera goes, you gotta drink it. He's like, what? He's like, you gotta drink it on camera. He's like, oh, okay. So he goes through the whole thing again. He goes, Malort. And he drinks it. He's like, oh. And they're like, you can't make a face. And it's just like, it goes through
Yeah.
clip after clip after clip.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, he's like, Malort. Like,
Malort, F this shit.
yeah.
The only way I can have Malort is I'm chewing on a line because it cuts the bitterness.
I've had it once and I did not.
Speaking
Never
of which,
had it.
I'll make the drinks.
Oh, we got a little special drink tonight, little mugs. Lauren, you want a margarita?
Never had a margarita either.
It's not a
I've never had
margarita.
a margarita.
Well,
It's not a margarita.
technically it's not a margarita because it's mezcal and not
Oh, excuse me.
tequila.
I apologize.
But I think it's like...
It's also not shaved. There's no shaved ice.
Okay.
I just had to Google what mezcal was before.
Okay, so
I
we-
have no idea.
But we're trying to do a margarita, or what do we just
No,
make it into
we're making
mas?
Making this random concoction that's like a knockoff margarita.
All right, well,
He's just
Joe-
gonna pour some
Is it
liquor
the Flaming
into a
Joe?
glass and call it a drink. Terrific.
Hey, can I get one more glass?
Oh, it's one of the you probably want to get from the cabinet.
Boys,
Kitchen.
what tequila are we working with tonight, my friend?
It's mezcal. Which is not
Mezcal. What is
Pat
Mezcal.
Lynch, tell us what the difference is between garbage A and garbage B.
Joseph and I actually Googled this earlier. It's the amount of leaves, right, Joe? Isn't it agave leaves that you do in there?
I didn't even know like mezcal was. I'm thinking like Moscow mules.
Yeah,
Am I
so-
that silly or?
So just a quick thing. The difference is tequila comes from a very specific type of agave plant,
Okay.
and mezcal is part of the agave family. So it's I don't know what a comparison would be, but It's one specific
So
plant.
it's the
Oh,
redheaded
like-
stepchild.
like,
So it's the redheaded stepchild of tequila.
Kind of, yeah.
I've got
It's
an
like
official.
champagne.
I'm an official.
Champagne
Oh,
is
okay, give it to me,
technically
Pat, give
only
it to me.
from...
Tequila is typically produced by steaming agave inside industrial ovens before being distilled 2 or 3 times in a copper pot. While mezcal, on the other hand, is cooked inside earthen pits that are lined with lava rocks filled with wood and charcoal before being distilled in clay pots.
You know what? Can we be called an educational podcast now? We're teaching you people stuff.
Yeah, we're
Learn,
teaching
you
you. We're
bitches, I'm
teaching
learning,
you.
yeah.
We're teaching you everything you need to know about drinking.
There are times where I post things. Like, I wanted to post, is it really Saturday night if you don't pregame? But then I think about, like, all the poor people who can't pregame.
You can always
I
pregame
feel
by
bad
yourself.
for 'em.
So you put a podcast on and you pregame with
You
us.
choose your Saturday night and pregame when you want to.
There you go. Pregame life.
You can pregame any day you want with us on the podcast. We've got 21 episodes.
Do it
at this
safely,
point.
though. Do it safely. Pat. I'm just finishing up, what is the movie I told you? No Country for Old Men. Holy hell. This movie is ridiculous. The killing scenes are amazing. I'm really catching up on a bunch of movies lately because of when I run, I like to watch TV, and I've kind of run through all of the HBO series. I'm running out of series to watch on HBO at this point. So it's Deadwood, Deadwood, and now I watch movies. So I watched.
Did you watch the Deadwood movie?
I haven't yet. No, I'm not done with Deadwood yet. But I like to play them out, Pat. I gotta have lots of time.
Isn't the Deadwood movie just Tombstone?
But
It's
so,
called Tombstone.
did you watch Motherless Brooklyn?
Yes, it is.
How good was that?
It's good.
I thought, like, if you like jazz, the jazz scenes in that movie are ridiculous.
The plot was kind of like that.
But don't you think No Country for Old Men is kind of a little
Yeah,
ridiculous?
sure, 100%.
Where like they're in the hotel and the dude's like, but and then he could just like take his time, take his socks off, and no cops coming, or they're fighting in the other hotel, and no cops coming. They're having like a shootout in the middle of the street.
It's ridiculous.
Okay, what did you?
Not
What
reality.
is what is fucking air gun killing this thing? Like,
Yeah, where he goes like, yeah, that's kind of crazy. Where did you think Motherless Brooklyn? Because it was a true story on that guy.
Yeah.
I forget his name, but
Edward Norton?
no, the actor. But I'm saying that the New York guy, the commissioner, he ran New York.
But it's a false premise. It's a false movie.
No, that guy is real. There was a guy in the
Well,
early.
so somebody's based on a guy, but that's
Yes.
that's not the real. That's not like the name of the guy.
No, yeah. But I'm saying that Edward Norton, he talked to Joe Rogan about this, and it's based on that guy. He was a huge racist. He wanted to get rid of all the blacks out of New York, and how he was the most powerful man. He didn't care about this. He didn't care.
Basically, he tried to get rid of all the slums.
Yes. And then put all like white out. Like it's a terrible story, but what didn't you think was realistic in the
No,
movie?
I just thought it was like, it's obviously highly fictional. It's like
Yes.
how like his daughter is like the girl.
Oh,
he
yeah,
falls
yeah.
in love.
Yeah.
With,
You know, I always, you know what I think about? It was making me so mad. Is every movie has to have a love story. It's like, why can we not have a movie without a
you
love
have a
story?
female lead in most movies,
Yeah.
unless you watch certain.
But why do we have to have a
Really
love
about-
story? Like, I don't get it. Like, this guy's got Tourette's. And, like, this.
No, he's got that's right.
Yeah. And there's no way this dude's gonna, like, this beautiful woman is gonna have anything interesting in him. But of course, this Ed Norton is like 90, looks like he's like 56 in this movie. And he's with a 20-year-old.
Might be.
But in my head, I'm thinking, well, do we need this? Like, why do we need this?
You gotta watch like the
I feel
80s action movies,
A lot of these
man,
movies-
with Steven Seagal and Chuck Norris. And,
Or every Adam Sandler movie, he gets the hottest young up-and-coming model.
yeah,
Yeah.
you don't watch
And he
everything.
always films on location in great place around the world.
Yeah.
Guys, that's what
He's
he
the smartest man
he
alive.
usually pick his movies exactly where like in great locations. What's up,
Yeah,
Joe?
do you have a thing for like lemons or limes to squeeze them?
Yeah, it's called Joe Hand, bro.
All right, just checking.
Mess.
No, but
I do have some lime juice in there that if you don't want to get your hands dirty.
Oh yeah, let me do that.
Left side.
but no. So Motherless Brooklyn again. This was made by HBO. HBO redoes all their characters. The guy from The Wire was in it again. 2 guys from The Wire were in it. There's a bunch of guys from Boardwalk Empire in it. It's just they just use the same guys over and over again.
Everyone watching this show called Justified, which is got the sheriff from Deadwood in it.
Okay.
He's like the main character. He's kind of like a modern day
Timothy Old.
Yeah, modern day.
Thanks, Joe.
He's a modern day sort of smart U.S. Marshal, but he's like an old school cowboy on it. And it's got a bunch of guys from Deadwood in there.
That kid's bad.
In the thing, so it's very interesting too.
What kid?
The kid, they keep staring at me through the window, man. I'm not appreciating this.
Oh, that's just your reflection, bro.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
You should watch that. That's a good show. You can watch it if you have like Hulu or something like that.
I know. I gotta add these up. I literally, Mr. Robot, Sneaky Pete,
Justified's good.
Ozarks.
Yeah, I saw season 1.
I gotta catch up here. Some good shows out there, but there's just so much you could watch. So little time,
Chris,
baby.
Have you watched what we do in the shadows yet?
No,
You'll like
I got to
that.
finish. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I got to find the one episode that's missing from Hulu because they pulled it because Danny DeVito does blackface in it. So like in the summertime they pulled any show that had like a white person doing blackface or anything. They pulled all the episodes for him. So I got to find that one so I can complete that episode and complete the season.
Yeah, but that's silly to me. Like I get it. That's now it's not acceptable, but back then it's like Pat says all the time. You the goalpost was here, and now you're moving the goalpost. You know, like things were different. Like it's not the same. Like
you can't move the goalpost. You complain about when the goalpost was back here.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Jim Jeffries
No, yes, yeah. And it's like, come on. I mean, go and listen. We have a Sirius XM in our car, and you listen to some of these old comedy bits. Get out of here! Like, how are those? Like,
I bet those basically like insults people for like 5 hours.
Eddie Murphy's Delirious. There's like 20 minutes of like gay jokes. Like, it's ridiculous. Look, there were so many gay jokes. Like, and a lot of the 80s movies, it was like a big joke to be gay. And we're not. That was just the time. Like, it's good to look back and say, okay, hey, that's not right because it made, people who want, to come out, made it more difficult for them. But you don't just get rid of all that. That was just acceptable at the time. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous, boys.
Goddamn ridiculous.
But what brings that up is look at these, Joe. Looking so fancy.
I'm
Don't worry.
allergic to mezcal.
Let's take we'll get an Instagram picture up.
The orange
I
look
would
cool.
say, I would say have a sip.
What
If
I
you don't
smell
like it, I'll have it.
Joe,
Thank you, Fran.
Hopefully,
Joe,
I
can you give
didn't
me
fuck this up.
Joe, can you give me a straw that will disappear, the biodegrade for me?
Oh, and
Hopefully it's a straw.
You want a paper straw? Is that what you're asking for, Fred?
I like
Joe, this
I
looks
like
great.
the lime seeds in it.
I hope it's good because as I was making it,
You shot a bunch of lime seeds in there? Accidentally?
no. The seeds are from the jalapeno.
Oh, wonderful. Jalapeno.
Yeah. So it's a spicy thing, but when I had it, it was.
So you tested it?
I did not this one.
Test kitchen?
I didn't test this one.
Okay.
So this is we're in for a wild ride. Hopefully it's tasty.
Somebody
So did you bite your lime in essence of drinking the spicy drink?
No, this is for when you go to the bathroom later and you're pooping your pants out.
This
Well, he
is-
took a bite out of
this
his
is-
lime already.
Oh no, that was a poor cut.
Oh.
So I just gave myself the shitty lime.
Yeah, this is what you do when you're pooping yourself later. You put it in there, see? Take your mind off it.
Is that like a new
That has spicy poops, is what he's saying.
That's kind of sketchy.
It's not 100%
Perfect.
what it was when I had it, but it is close.
Well,
you get the essence of it.
Where did you
You're
get
in a
this,
bar,
Joe?
so bartenders.
So I was. This is when I was in Phoenix, and we went to I'm trying to think of a bar that's kind of the equivalent to it, but
Very smooth.
well, that's the point. Yeah, so it takes off a lot of the bite of the margarita type taste, which I like. No, not about it.
It's a little smoky for me.
All right, I gave it a shot, but it's mezcal,
You might have nailed it.
triple
taste,
sec.
though.
There's actual jalapenos, lime juice. Yeah.
I like it.
It's not my cup of tea, personally, but
Oh, look at that.
Oh, Chris, bringing that art design out.
The Art Deco.
So talking about Phoenix and going to the bars again, how about that fight in Oklahoma?
That was something I was thinking about.
It
nobody had a mask on.
That wide
Well,
receiver
that's
was
true.
well
I didn't think about
classed.
that.
I was thinking
I didn't
about
even
it.
think about that at
No,
all.
everybody was on top of each other. Nobody had a mask on. It was just
a
like
piece of floor. By the way.
you could think
That was a what bar would that remind you of? Where you're
Lottie's?
Trader Tots.
Yes, Trader Tots, where the water is just flowing on the floor. But yeah,
Lottie's, a smaller Lottie's to me.
Wasn't his first bathroom computation. Maybe
It was his first bathroom computation because he got his ass
You could
whooped.
use Frank Fagone as a backup in that one.
did that dude get his ass kicked?
so here's the best part. So if you haven't
The best
seen
part
it,
was the guy smaller than me. That's my side. The little guy took out the big dude, and I'm all about that. Not to drink like
That is
Yes.
that is what makes it so
well,
great.
so we'll set the stage. So
Yes.
originally,
Joe, baby, this is not for me.
All right. I tried.
originally you could the video was posted to give the guy the Oklahoma Sooner to make him feel like he tried to put it out there early and cut some of the video out.
Yeah.
They wanted it out there for him because he was trying to
He fractured his
orbital
orbital.
bone and
Yep.
almost lost his eye. So
Yep.
he needed an excuse to say, "Hey, it wasn't me," blah 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 blah. But everybody commented like, "No, that guy started it," and that the smaller guy
Mhm.
who had been wrestling his whole life and been doing MMA for 10 years.
Mind you, this dude looks like a little mini,
Yes.
or like he looked like Ben Askren, like
Yes,
like a
100%,
pastier Ben,
yeah.
just a curly-headed fella, real calm, cool, and collected during the
Yep.
whole thing. Mind you, blood coming down his nose,
Yep.
blood on his,
And
like,
he looked
upper
at
lip.
his buddy and he was like, he literally, and you watch the video,
Yep.
he turns to his buddy and he goes, "Do we really have to do this?" And his buddy's like,
And as he says that,
Yep. Yes.
the guy comes and shoves him.
Yeah.
That
It
New
is-
York Post video was garbage, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys
Oh,
watched it.
yeah.
that's
They
what I
just
watched,
literally, that's what I watched. So I didn't see any of the stuff you were talking
Yeah.
about. All I see is what you're gonna do about it.
And then he tags
And then the guy just tags him like 20 times in the face.
Oh, there's so much to it. It's so good.
So I don't remember who. I don't remember which one I think it might have been Pat McAfee was the one where I watched, and they had the whole clip.
Yep.
So where Pat goes frame by frame and stops. I don't know if it was him or not. It might have been him.
Probably was.
Pat McAfee sounds like a guy who would do
Yes, no, he did
I
watch,
love
but I
that
think it was
podcast.
another guy. No, it was on Fighter and the King, and they watched this,
Oh,
and they
okay.
stopped it frame by frame, and was like, "What? One dude. You don't notice this because it goes by. So when you stop it, he looks at his buddy. And he's like, "Do we have to do this?"
Yeah.
And his buddy's like, and then that dude pushed him, and his buddy's like, "All right, let's do it." So then,
Mind
Yeah.
you, he literally he wipes off the blood from
Yeah.
the top of his lip. He looks at it,
Yeah.
and then slaps him
yeah,
in the
whoa, no,
face.
takes it, puts his like slaps his face, but puts his face so that his hand can come
just come and
and then
cracks
cracks
him.
him, puts him down. But here, and then just it was over. Like, dude, and then how about the one guy in the stall? He's just minding his own business,
Mind his own business.
having a good time, taking a pee. He's like, oh.
Can you
I didn't see
imagine?
that either.
Can you imagine standing at the urinal and all of
Yes.
a sudden
Yes.
a barrage of people just come your way, and now your
I've
dick's
been
literally
at that.
part of the urinal?
There was literally a guy just standing there, like the one guy, like
that's good.
his
That's
friend,
good.
Oh, you
the
like
guy
it?
who
Oh,
punched
yeah,
him in the
good.
face was just like,
Ooh,
boom,
smoking
boom, boom. And then his friend grabbed the other guy, and they
Yes.
went into, they between the two guys who were pissing. And I'd be like,
Oh,
what in the fuck is going on?
There's one guy who tried to like almost stop
Yes.
it. He's like, hit,
Hey,
and he's like, you know what? No, I'm out. I'm
Yeah.
out. I'm just gonna step over.
Well, he
this.
saw how mad that one dude was. You know what? I'll go.
What
is go?
What is that move where you grab someone and then like bring him back?
German suplex.
A German
Yeah.
Just took him. I think that's the dude who got injured. I don't know who's who in that video
No,
exactly.
The tall guy is the guy that got.
Well, so
The
the guy
one that-
who
the
got
one that-
slapped, the guy who got slapped and punched.
Okay,
he's the one.
that's the one
He's
who
the Oklahoma
broke-
Sooner wide
Okay.
receiver. And then his buddy. But here's the issue: everybody got hurt. Dude lost his almost lost his eye. The guy who was pounding on him
Yeah.
tore his bicep.
Yeah.
So he
Wow.
had to do a GoFundMe for $40,000.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, because
I think
he has to stop.
I think
He didn't
it's
have insurance?
I didn't have insurance. He had to work.
I think it's medical as well as some legal fee stuff.
Yes, but
'Cause I
also,
did look
and
at
then,
it.
but also, I think it was because he had to work.
Mm-hmm.
He was going to miss work, so he asked
Yeah.
for, and he made it. He definitely got it because you could tell just watching the beginning of the video, it was that those two guys thought they were ready to go. Yes.
Oh
And we've all been there where guys at the bar are like that, and they want to go, and they think they can handle themselves, and then you get like Pat McAfee said. This used to be when we were going to the bars. There was never any of these. Like and it wasn't that long ago, but when we were dumb enough to be 20 to 24 and there were fights, it happened rarely. And it was usually just like a sucker punch.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. We never really saw any melees. And we never got into any type of issues like that. But if there was a fight, it was usually, very quick, and then the bouncers got everybody out.
It's just a scramble.
Yeah.
It's not a precision.
Yep.
Did you guys see that the older man of the Gold Coast area got his ass beat outside of Boss Bar?
I heard about it. I did not see it.
No way.
Yes. He was waiting for his
Really?
friend to pick him up. He was on the corner outside Boss Bar, and some people just beat the shit out of him, or like pounded.
Did they know who he was?
Probably not. Do you know random aldermen that aren't you when you voted for?
Yeah, but then it was just unprovoked. He had to
That's
do
right.
something.
It's Boss Bar.
Right.
That is probably one of the most dangerous corners in all. No,
It was
I
at like
shouldn't say
7.
that, but it is.
It was like
I
in
would-
between like 7 and 8 o'clock
It's
at
also
night.
Thursday.
Yeah.
I would imagine it's like, yeah, but people get. Okay, hold on. Quick question about Chicago and the rules and stuff. Did it just change again recently? Like open up more?
40%.
Okay.
Yes.
But is the time still the... I don't even know what time it is.
The times I think are still midnight, I believe.
Okay.
Like 11 to midnight, whatever I think.
But
Don't quote me.
so just to kind of go back and what Pat Matt he was talking, it was just sounded like us. We're like, there might have been a scrum here and there, and then you got thrown out of the bar.
Well, I mean, that is the truth. Like,
Yeah.
back in the day, no one really knew how to fight.
Yeah.
You'd have these people who were like karate masters and black belts, and it was like, okay. And then MMA came about, and everybody starts training in that. And
Yeah.
now you don't know who he is
Yep.
or who's capable of what.
Yep.
One thing I heard about is that this guy, I think his name is Spencer something.
Mm-hmm.
He was a wrestler his entire life, so he has big old cauliflower ears.
Yes. Yep.
And that is like,
That's your first warning.
if you don't know,
Yep.
that is something to watch out
Yes.
for.
Absolutely. That's what Pat talked about.
100%.
But he's like, you know what, guys? Also, we need a little kumbaya, because we're all in the same situation. Like, we just got out of a year of all BS.
Mhm.
Like, guys, let's just calm down. Let's have a little bit of fun. We're at a bar.
But you know what it is? Or you know what I think is that you get all these people now who hadn't been drinking. at all
Oh,
during the
yeah.
time. So tolerances are low.
Yep.
And, you get out in public and your whole persona is different now. You're like, oh my God, this is amazing. Anything's possible. And
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Well, that happened,
You just let
that happened
loose.
to the Eagles tight end, or one of the Eagles tight ends that happened in some bar in Iowa too. He got like sucker punched and dropped. Dallas Goddard got his it's another video that's out there. Like, he was out at some random bar in like Iowa or Nebraska or something like that, and he got fucking dropped.
This is also another reason, though. Don't antagonize or start fights.
Nope.
That was sucker punched in him though.
Yeah,
He
but
got sucker punched.
I'm wondering if everything seems like there's always some type of like indicator or I feel like there's always something, and you could tell, like, you can get the vibe of like, all right, this isn't safe. We need to go.
You know what I think about sometimes, or you know what brought to mind was when we were at Lottie's, and me and you were going to the bathroom. It was packed as usual, and we were crossing. It's like two lanes in a tight packed spot. This tiny guy. I say tiny. He's probably 5'9". He's not a small guy, but in comparison,
Fuck you, Joe.
and sorry, but we brush shoulders. I mean, it's tight. It's gonna happen.
Yep.
And he goes, he gets a little upset. I go, I don't want any trouble. I turn around, I start walking away, and he shoves me, and he ends up shoving me into you because you're in front of me. And I just remember thinking, like, I don't want to fight, and there's no way we can have a fight in this tight space. Like, there's no way. And
Gotta
Chris,
his ass, Joe. Gotta his ass.
Chris literally, he just like picks me, he scoops me up, puts me behind him, and he goes, walk away. But you could see in that guy's eyes, like, he was almost looking for it. You know what I mean?
There are guys
Like, they talk, there's commentary on this guy's video that he's so calm, cool, and collected
100%.
that, I mean, he literally turns to his friend. He's like,
Do we gotta do this?
in the midst of these guys antagonizing him and,
Yeah.
He's got a bloody nose, still just level-headed.
That football pitcher knows the guy's not backing down. That maybe you want a couple think about
That's what I was thinking. Like, I always know, there's
Like, if Chris Burrell's coming at me, I'm probably gonna back down. Like, I don't want to do this.
And he's not even, like, braggadocious in it. Like, he's just like, I don't, he just, at
it's
least
very
from
cool,
the video.
yes, it looked very calm.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. That's what it's usually one side. Like, those don't usually ever happen. Because there's somebody smart enough that just says,
Yeah.
you're an idiot, I'm out.
But it literally just takes one punch,
Yes.
and that's it. It doesn't matter if it connects on the chin, the cheek, you can get hit in the fucking throat. Like,
Yeah.
That first swing is king. You know, unless you miss, you're going to hurt. I mean, anybody that gets hit, it's going to rock them somehow. Because all they're doing is throwing out haymakers. This guy didn't throw out a haymaker, but
stronger, guys.
you know.
But it's the other. It's also the thought that like when you're young, you got your just brain's not there.
You guys
That's
have big
young,
yeah,
dumb,
traits.
and full of
Here's-
Nothing can beat you.
Here's the thing with this guy too. All right, he's
stud athlete. Yep.
stud athlete. I don't know. He's a red shirt. I don't know what that
No,
means.
he played.
Okay. So he's a phenomenal athlete, enormous.
Yep.
You know, he knows how to handle himself physically as well.
Yeah.
Just by playing football.
And
And he's got his buddy who's also the same size as this guy. So these are two enormous dudes.
Yep. 9 out of 10, they're gonna hurt somebody. Instead.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, it's like there's a difference between strength and skill.
Mm-hmm.
There really is a difference.
100%. Well, that's why jiu-jitsu and UFC in the beginning, when you would see like guys going up against, great shows.
Yeah.
Like guys, he shouldn't have whooped his ass, but he's like, he's beating the shit out of these guys.
And making them look silly.
It's all leverage.
Yeah.
And then this guy got him to the floor and literally just wrapped himself around this guy like an anaconda. He tried to do something and he just grabbed his arm, took it, and then he even changed positions on the guy, which is insane.
Yeah, the rear naked choke incorrectly called the guillotine.
You know something else I thought that was funny? Nobody called World Star. That used to be such a huge deal.
World Star.
The guillotine's where you got
On
on
the side, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but that's also so dangerous because
Yeah.
How many times does that happen?
There's the physical part that you aren't going to walk. I mean, even if you punch someone.
Yeah, knock him straight
I mean,
out.
there's a reason why they wrap hands in all these things because there are so many bones in your fist that if you hit incorrectly or you hit at an angle, you could fracture or break many bones in your fist.
100%.
What about the
And your
bare
hand?
naked, the bare knuckle? They
So even them, they wrap
wrap
up
their hands right
up to like they get the wrist because the wrist is really important, and then they leave the
Well,
knuckles.
they say people like they're much more selective in punching because of that.
Yes.
Well,
100%.
because you can't
Paige,
throw
whatever.
Paige Van Zandt.
Yeah,
Yep, she just moved and
she lost her first
she
fight.
did. But I mean, she did phenomenal. I mean, here's the thing though. Going from MMA to bare knuckle boxing, those are two different things. It's like going from European basketball to American. You know, it's just a different sport.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, it's still similar, but it's still very different.
Jeez. But I thought it was. I hope it opens people's eyes to the fact that fighting at bars it's like now almost road rage. You know how we used to all like you don't know who's got a gun.
No,
So
exactly.
keep your mouth roll up the windows, lock the doors, and
Yeah.
mouth off. But don't you can't be. Something bad's gonna happen if you're trying to fight at a bar or if you got road rage.
Mm-hmm.
Just ridiculousn's.
Yeah.
It's like Peter McGraw in the car.
I mean, here's another thing. Like,
Hey, I keep my windows up and I don't say it.
Peter has
out loud.
market rage, not road rage. Right?
No, Peter has road rage. You've never been in the car.
I'll be driving in the car and I'll start cussing and yelling and stuff. And Sarah's like, "You have road rage." I go, "No. I'm never doing anything outside of this car.
Yeah.
This is for me.
Yeah.
This
Makes
is
me feel
only
much
for
better.
me.
This is my process, all right?
Yeah.
You just happen to be here, sitting
Person
ringside by this moment, but I am never going to antagonize anyone
No,
or wave my hands or flick anyone off.
I might flick you off, but you won't see it with the window.
Yeah.
Flick you off, maybe roll down the window and yell at you.
No, I will not.
I tell you, I got 2 words for you.
Yeah. No, I mean, stupid driving really does get under my skin.
I feel like you see that more and more now, especially during COVID.
No, I mean, I today was pre-COVID level traffic. It was difficult.
And it was doubled up because a lot of cars couldn't pull off to the side because of all the snow still.
Yes.
So they're literally stopping in the street.
Yeah. Oh, that's such.
I saw that so many times in the last few days.
We had and you got to feel for these delivery guys. I hate it. I honestly, it kills me. But I understand. Like, there's not much they can do. Everybody's busy and they got to go. But there was a Uber delivery driver, and then there was another car the one car had to figure out he had to go around. So goes around, but he wants to back up into a parking spot right next. So I end up it's like a tripod because I just was following the dude. He didn't put it on. So I'm like trying to back up so that this guy could park while this dum is trying to figure out what address to go to. I'm like, what is going on?
My good story for today was that I was coming back from downtown and I'm in the far right lane coming to the 90 and there's like a car like sort of right next to me in the left lane, a little bit ahead of me.
Yeah.
And we're coming towards an exit. I forget which exit, it doesn't matter. Car in the third lane decides that I gotta hit this exit. Doesn't really get so he kind of like goes over.
Change line 5 lanes, no looking.
So he realizes there's a car there. He goes over, kind of like fakes the car out. Like, and so that car, like, gets freaked the fuck out, kind of goes halfway to my lane, and then he kind of comes back, and they both reset, and then he does it again. He does, like, 3 times, and then the car in the second lane finally backs up, and this guy darts across 3 lanes, hits the exit ramp. I'm like, what in the fuck, dude?
Guys, there are other exits. I'm sorry it's going to take you 5 extra minutes, but for the love of God, you're going to kill somebody.
That was the exit you had to hit.
Yeah.
It's so silly. Yeah, we talk about traffic a lot, and I think it's just because we all drive a lot.
Yeah.
And I think it's a common thing. You know what though? I did do it. I've kind of had that thought. I'm like, oh man, I gotta get over. And it's like, so I'm trying to like edge over instead of thinking like, all right, well.
I've had the opposite experience. I drove my mom, and I'm like, oh, you're the one that I'm yelling at in the car. Like, you're the vehicle that I'm yelling at.
Oh yeah, you're in the left lane. Like there have been trucks in the left lane. Like, and I'm thinking like, guys. Like, dude, how do you not know this?
I've seen my mom be in a turn lane. The arrow hits green. She goes straight across the intersection. As the other car is about to turn into her. She's like, what is that fucker doing? You're the one that is going to cross it, Mom.
Oh my God.
The best, the first time I ever met, like one of the first times I ever met your mom, she was driving us down to a bar.
Terrifying driving with it.
And she's in there. She's got a billy club in one hand. And she's mouthing off to Pat. Shut up, Pat. Like, and Pat's like, what are you doing, Mom? What are you doing? Hold F that motherfucker. I'll get them. What are you going to do with that? They'll take it from your beach. They're going, just nipping at each other. Me and Chris were like little schoolboys in the back, like, please don't die. This is not the way I want to die. I don't want to die with a bunch in the car.
So we're going down a side street, like 2-lane side street, and there'll be like 6 feet to the right of it. This fucker won't move in. Cause you got 6 feet to the right of you. No, fuck him. He needs to move in. What do you want to do? Pull the car, pull in the yard? Pull in someone's front yard?
Pat's mom is the best. Like,
absolutely.
Her accent, and she drives you around. Oh my God. It is, she could, remember like taxi cab confessions? You see that? I would love Pat's mom as like an Uber driver. Like, it would be the best thing in the entire world.
They're like, I swiped right. He said he was just looking for fun, and I thought we could have a relationship. And she'd just turn around and be like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, he just wanted to get his dick wet. Like, that's all he wanted. You know, like, 100%. Just some shit like that. Like,
she'd be so good. Sweetheart, I'm going to take you home. Fuck him. You're never going to talk to him. Mm-hmm. Actually, dating apps. I think this is a great time to bring up Chris's. We missed this up last week.
I would love to talk about this.
Chris's so the dating apps have all these new lingos. Where
good
Chris,
Lord.
have you got the app that you're meant to delete now? Is that what?
No, I deleted all of them. Not touching them. After what I've seen on these dating apps, they are freaking.
I know I'm getting old is when something's like I know what WTF means. But there are a few out there that I have to Google, and I'm like.
So is
no,
Chris
I knew that one, but I'm
Chris,
saying like there's other like people will do like HRB or no BRB or yeah, but there's another one like an H one. I'm like, what in the world are we talking about here? I decided to Google it.
So are you gonna quiz us?
Yeah, gonna quiz you.
All right.
So I'm assuming Joe's gonna know at least a few of these.
Is it gonna be like a Mike Bossa, like one each one, or is it like
whoever thinks they know, or you guys can consult.
That's fantastic.
But I love
no.
no.
Got drinks. You cut off Chris for Cox. So the rules.
I don't give a shit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was explaining how much I like Joe's drink that he provided to this group. Thank you, Patrick.
Don't care. But yeah, you guys can consult together. I have no idea. But the first one that I seen is Sapiosexual.
Wait,
what? Say that one more time.
I'm attracted to
I feel like I got blindsided.
I could be pronouncing this horribly wrong.
No, I think that's the right way.
Is that the one where you like their intelligence?
I've definitely heard
that. Wait, hold on. Let's go with Pat got it.
Pat got it.
Pat's one for one right now.
Yeah, so
me and Joe are nope, I'm out on that.
Yeah,
one.
so that
Sapiosexual. It doesn't matter the person; it's their intelligence that you're attracted.
Yeah,
that's
which is
bullshit.
Which is a bunch of bullshit because they're just swiping on people that list lawyer or doctor in their profile.
Oh,
Okay? Because they want that money.
They want that money.
So we're gonna give you the interpretation.
question.
Here we go. I like this.
So if you can't tell, I'm jaded on these dating apps. So.
Whoa, no,
100%.
and that's good interpretation. So we're gonna give you what it means, and then we're gonna give you the Chris McGraw thought on what it really means.
Yeah.
And he's right. No, you just a gold digger, baby. Because you ain't dating no professors,
So this
no
is-
teachers.
Listen,
no.
there's a reason Tinder profiles only have fucking photos and then a little blurb that's like a Twitter post for your description.
That's true.
It's 100% physical at first, and then maybe you become attracted to their personality. And
I have never
You
used
have
Tinder,
personality?
so.
Good to know. Good to know.
yeah.
Next one is polyamorous.
Ooh, I know what that means.
I'm out.
Look at that one as well, yeah.
I'm up for two.
Joe,
right now.
what do you got?
Polyamorous is where you date or are in relationships with multiple people, and it could be
Oh.
of different sexes,
Yes.
anything.
You like to
I've
play
seen-
the field?
I've seen that.
All the fields.
I've seen that.
Wasn't
numerous
that
times.
wasn't that used to be a player? Like or no?
Polyamorous,
This is
heading
all-
down the court, he dunks the ball.
So
He
this is-
posterized
Peter, this is all-
Sapiosexual.
This is all binary, non-binary, pseudo-sexual, whatever you want to be. You're into it all.
I'm out.
There is a.
Oh,
This
so wait,
is-
you're in the
Anything.
Wait, I thought
All the
wait,
above.
all right, so that
No.
overload?
So polyamorous, I believe, is strictly just willing to be in multiple relationships. Usually, they tend to be
But it's
open
not
to
limited to,
different
though.
genders
Here's
and other
a-
things. But
okay.
polyamorous, by definition,
all you
is
need to know is you're gonna get Dateline at the end of it.
Okay,
You
I
guys
like
will
that.
do
I like
You
that.
and I were talking about Daylight earlier. We should go to that.
you could claim
We
that
should go to
Mormon
that. Yeah,
men are polyamorous. Mormon men and women are polyamorous if they're in
Okay.
if there's multiple people in that,
Can
in
I-
that
So
wedding.
it was one man and like 15 women, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually made myself laugh. I'm a weirdo, anyways. But I was in the car, and for some reason, I was thinking about, or I was listening to Dateline, and I was thinking about cheating, and I thought to myself, who would want to have two of these?
You got people that want like 5 different people. There's
Yes.
literally
Why
one.
would you
The
want
one drives me fucking crazy. I don't need more
What's
of
good
them.
enough?
There was literally one person that's like, I'm in a relationship
Two.
with 4 different. I'm looking for a 5th. I'm like, I'm out. I don't need to be 5. I don't need to be number. I don't need to be number
So are you
5.
like a Monday person? Are you the Monday? Or are you like a Tuesday? Or are you later in the week?
I don't wanna be-
You get
I don't
prime
wanna
days,
be-
you get the shitty days.
I don't want to be the person involved in that situation. I don't want to be number 5.
Are you like
I'm
a
not Derrick
are
Rose
you
over
Are
here.
you the Monday night
Not
person?
beer.
No,
Wait,
There
but
was a
I honestly laughed so hard
There
because
was-
I thought to myself, who wants two?
there was a date.
Who can handle two?
Do you remember the Dateline where the guy, the woman killed this dude because he was her like Monday? She was like his Monday chick. Like he wouldn't take her on the weekends. He wouldn't take her anything. So like Monday or Tuesday, he'd hang out with her and like bang her hard. Wouldn't ever go anywhere, and she fucking killed him.
Oh yes,
because
yeah.
because
And
she found out.
she was a nurse.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 African Americans.
Okay, so I got 2
I do remember
more.
that, and they watched NBA together.
Monday nights and they would bang.
Yeah,
I got 2 more.
she bang.
The term is hot wife.
Seems
Hot
kinda-
wife.
Hot wife.
Seems a little self-explanatory, but I don't think I know the meaning.
I
of
feel
it.
like because it's so
She wants to be a hot wife, like she just wants to be a stay-at-home mom.
No.
Oh,
or she's a wife that is willing to cheat her husband. Is that what
No.
it is? Okay.
You're on the right track.
Oh,
but
is
no.
it where the guy watches the?
No.
Okay.
That was where I was going next. I'm not gonna lie. Allow my wife in front of me, please.
But in the
Jesus.
profile, I did see this. She did mention that the husband likes to watch. I'm like, not a goddamn truth. So it's a married woman who is allowed and or encouraged by her husband to pursue sexual relationships with other individuals. Often these relationships are in pursuit of fulfilling the husband couple fantasies. What the fuck?
Wait,
Oh,
why?
yeah.
Why is it called hot wife? Is there a
That-
reason?
it's-
Do you have-
it's
I
just
feel
what
like
it
I
is.
feel like that's a new term for an old.
Chris, are you
Like,
not into
that's
that
all-
because-
that's kind of been
are
around
you
for-
concerned with your performance in the bedroom that you're not able to, or you think you'd be too good in there?
The guy's gonna stab me.
Listen,
It's gonna come
listen.
It's gonna be like Rick and Morty.
Joe would die.
I
Joe can't use the watch.
I
with the
can't
other guy
even
next to him.
kiss with another dude next to me. I have a hard enough time having sex with one person there. If you put
Those rounds of guys in the corner like, really? Yeah.
if you
Yeah,
put another
baby.
dude going, yeah, get it, I'm not gonna be able to do anything.
Baby, that's hilarious.
Oh my god!
Yeah, no.
Hey, stop looking at me. I can't
Yeah.
do this. I can't do this.
Can he turn around, please? Like,
Spank her, spank her.
can he just leave the room?
Okay, and then the last one is the word simp. SIMP.
Oh, I know what this is. You see this all over the internet.
I'm
thinking pimping. Is he pimping? Is she pimping? She wants to get pimped?
No, it's quite the opposite.
Yeah.
I'm 0 for 4. God am I old.
Like, you know,
I need to get back in the game.
Joe, what do you think?
I believe it to be. I always hear this on the internet. It's like you tend to see this with like nice guys type people. It's the individual who is just like a real, just looking to please. Just very. I'm doing a bad job of explaining.
Joe,
it's usually a nerdy individual who's
right
like wants a relationship and they're just a real bitch.
It's an internet slang term describing a person who performs excessive sympathy and attention toward another person, usually female, sometimes in pursuit of a sexual relationship. Do you know what?
I'm a nice guy.
Do you know what simp stands for?
Wait, did a woman put that or a guy put that? Or
A woman did. A woman put that in her profile
Looking
saying
for that?
that she was looking to be a stay-at-home mom and looking for like pretty much sugar. You know what?
Wow.
You know what simp?
That's bold.
You know what
It's a bold move.
the acronym simp
So
stands
there's
for?
I don't.
Sucker idolizing mediocre pussy.
And he's the best of last. And Circle gets a square, that's it.
Good night.
That legit sounds like what's that?
Sounds like anybody we know.
What's that? What's that?
And that's why Chris McGraw is no longer on dating.
What is that web? It sounds like an Urban Dictionary definition. That's what that
I
sounds
literally
like.
Googled it, and that's what came up. I was like, what does
Yeah.
simp stand for? And that's what came up.
Simple, impotent, or no?
No.
Simple, impotent. Yeah.
He's not impotent. He's not impotent. Maybe he is. Who knows?
Wait,
He's a
simple-
sucker idolizing mediocre pussy.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so true.
You always see it with the nice guys like, I'm
gonna
a
tell
nice
Dave Collins
guy.
that
Why
Monday
don't,
for sure.
why don't I have a girlfriend?
Oh, yeah.
That kind of guy.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
I'm telling Dave Collins that one on Monday.
Yeah, guys out there, if you got a bunch of girls that are your friends, you might be one of them. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah. I don't have any.
Friendzone is a nice term for that acronym.
Like, I have no female friends that are not.
Yeah, no, we
dating-
get it.
dating friends.
No, we get it. We get it. Pat, we get it. I mean, jokes, they hurt.
That was funny, Chris. That was good. I like
Yeah, that was good. But okay, so we can go over 2 real quick things because I should probably Google this at some point in my life because I guess the terms are there. What does binary mean?
I see it all the time.
You're into zeros and ones.
No.
Do you know this?
Binary.
I really don't. I have no idea.
Non-binary.
But
which
don't you
means-
have to be binary to be non-binary?
Isn't it like
I
you
guess
like the wine?
technically-
Isn't it like you like the wine?
It means
You like
they
not the
don't
label.
like labels.
In a way,
It means they don't wanna label
In
it.
Schitt's
That's-
Creek, they describe it this way. It's like you like the wine, not the label.
Non-binary
yeah.
is an umbrella term to describe people who identify with a gender outside of the gender binary.
So it's almost like what you described earlier, where you like the individual, you like the intelligence, you like the personality, not the gender. So you are basically bi, where you could go male or female,
Okay.
and it's you're attracted to the individual, the personality, the person, less than the body, less
Okay.
physical, more.
That's a lot to understand.
Mental.
I'm glad I don't have to worry about
You
that.
want to go to a later topic?
Well, no,
No, you got
one more.
You got one more.
What's the next one?
Well, what's
I didn't think that was-
polyamorous? Like, what is
We
that?
already talked about
Yeah, that's the one where you
With
have multiple relationships
Yeah.
with multiple people.
Wait, there's another one where like another like sexuality where like
Pansexual.
that's what is that?
That
Is that
is-
what is that?
Oh, you won't have sex with somebody until there's like an emotional connection
Yep.
together.
Yeah.
So you got to emotionally connect
So
before
Joe,
you
you
put out.
would never have sex again. You
Yeah.
agree with that?
Oh,
So it's not like meeting some random chick at the bar where you're drunk and you're like, we're just going to go home and bang.
That's one that goes.
No,
under
I
the-
need to
like,
have that
is
emotional
like- that
connection
is
with
a-
you before I even
a sniper shot right there.
get a chance to touch the boob.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before any physical thing.
You know what?
goes on.
Hey, 4 white guys get educated today. Listen,
Yep.
we're all learning tonight.
Mhm.
All right, well, I'll make it not so weird, Pat, please.
Sure. So I was really excited on, it was yesterday, I guess actually, yeah, yesterday. I was really fucking excited yesterday. I get this email from Flavor saying,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
we're opening up the vault, guys. And you look at this fucking webpage, like, look at the vault, make your picks now, because at 2 p.m. it's opening. And I'm like,
We got all the rare ones,
and I, look at
baby.
it, and I open this thing, and they got.
Wait, so hold on, real quick. Is like Pat's texting us like, Pappy, I'm gonna go for Pappy 23 year. I'm going for a
Forrester
yes.
birthday 1 year thing. They had Weller single barrel. They had like some Japanese whistle pig, more like whistle pig that was like made with Japanese process and stuff. Like, I'm looking at him like,
Can
fuck yes.
Can I guess where this went?
I can tell you
Please.
where it-
No,
No, not Joe, guess.
As an individual who did not partake in this conversation, can I just guess that this turned into a raffle? Like you have to like.
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So you get it. You get into this vault, and I'm like, oh fuck yeah! I look at it.
Wait, hold on. One more second, really quickly. Pat's almost as excited as if he was in line to get Dave Matthews tickets.
I'm jacked up here. I'm jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Pat, like me and Chris are coming out of work.
Pat Mitch is like number 1 in the wait list.
Yes.
In the
Hit
queue.
refresh
In the
for
queue.
2 p.m. Here we go.
He's number 1 in the queue.
Because I think it's
For,
gonna
like,
go.
the
I think
tickets
it's gonna
he
go.
wants.
I think it's gonna go like concert tickets, dude.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
you
but-
gotta get in. You gotta get in.
So
get quick.
like Pat's like, let's go. Come on, 2 o'clock, baby. Let's go. I'm getting some Pappy.
So I get in there, boom, get down the pack of 23, bam, hit the bottle, $4,400 for the bottle of 23. They did not mention the email that they're gonna mark it up and rate you with the cold.
Yeah.
Part of this process.
God.
I'm thinking when they say we want, the email says like we want this to be part of your collection. Like you, not to sell, but to keep in the show. Like, this is great. Nope. No.
I had a feeling that was going to happen when I got an email like, hey, we have Weller 12 year. Come by it. I clicked the link. $300. I'm like, that's not right.
Mine was $65. It was $325. Something like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
The bottle I had.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm like, fuck
How crazy
me.
is that?
That's what's happening now. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
as
Your
There
bottle
you
was $3,300, and yours is like $2,700. Woo woo! Yeah, Joe.
Christ, we're rich.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean,
Moving on up.
no,
It's like
we're-
Bitcoin. It just keeps going up, baby.
Yeah.
Not anymore. You're a little behind that one now. But no,
It
we
doesn't
went out to Bub City last weekend, and we're looking at the whiskey prices, and our McKenna bottles were $100 a glass. That's double what we paid for a bottle.
That's 3 bottles. That's
Yeah.
more than 3 and a quarter bottles.
Yeah, that's
fucking
insane.
Nuts.
So we might want to sell some 10-year and make some money.
Is that a capital gain, Chris?
It is.
Mhm.
But that's
Guys,
when you
ready?
report it, baby.
So here we go. We'll get you with something. We have we do taxes, deal in tax and accounting services LLC. If you guys are looking for taxes, getting close. We're about a month away.
Where can they reach you?
Well, why don't you reach us at the S&P podcast at gmail.com. Give us an email there, or reach out to us at podcast S&P for Twitter and Instagram.
If you have listened to this podcast and think these are some intelligent individuals,
These are the guys you want to do your taxes.
I want them to handle my financial portfolio.
That's a funny story. I'll tell you.
We're not handling
I'll
your
tell you
financial
that. I'll tell you
portfolio,
that.
but we will do
we'll
your
help you.
taxes.
We'll help you with your
I'll
taxes.
tell you
That
that.
is
I'll
true.
tell you a funny story after.
But I'll tell you this story now. Now that Joe kind of made me forget
Just
what I
got
was
to
saying.
cut you off.
Sorry, you
No.
you had talked about
No, it was good.
Yeah.
But wait, what were we talking about?
You said,
Whiskey.
Tax.
capital-
Tax.
capital
I
gains.
apologize. Thanks, Joe. So tax wise, there's a client that bought some
Basketball cards.
basketball cards. Yeah,
Mm.
and he bought them for $300, and he sold them in 2020. I'll give you guys a guess. What do you think? He bought 2 cards for $300, and he sold them in 2020.
Okay.
When did he buy these cards?
Nope, it was
Just to
this
get an
year.
idea.
2013.
2013.
2013. I'm just trying to
who's the
think
card
like
of?
who.
Well,
don't
no.
know.
Yeah, we'll
We
let you get them. Yes, and we'll tell you that afterwards.
We don't know
So
for sure.
$600 total in these cards.
Wait, 13 it came out?
Yep.
And he sold them this year in
Really,
2020.
Yep.
And we're trying to guesstimate how much
Much, yeah.
he sold them for.
Absolutely.
I've been hearing a lot about
Yes. me too.
basketball and mainly basketball cards.
I'll tell you this: Michael Jordan, he had his rookie card sold for $100,000. Okay.
LeBron James card went for like 1.5 or
I'm gonna go
something like
25.
that. I'm gonna throw out.
And is that for 2 or for 1?
I'm gonna throw out.
50K per card.
I'm gonna throw out
50 for
Or 50
2.
per card.
a
Or 50 altogether. God damn.
a million
This is our
a
tax
card.
manager over here, ladies.
I'm gonna go a million a card.
Yeah.
$1 million a card?
Yeah.
Well, that's very generous. I'm sure he would have loved that.
Oh.
No, it was for I think 66,
He was
34,
close. It was 34. a
30,
card.
34,000 a card. It was 2013, so we're thinking it was probably Giannis's rookie cards.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was thinking Steph Curry for some reason.
I was trying to think of like who was around that.
Yes,
I mean, I'm
yeah,
not a
yeah.
big
When did
sport
Curry
guy.
come out?
We went through last night. We spent a good 15 minutes going through
I
years
was
of figuring it out.
So think about cards like that.
You just write him an email. You're like, excuse me, just for tax purposes, we need to have the name of
Yes.
the individual on the card.
No, it was. I mean, good for him. But then again, you think,
Well, I mean, it's
Buying
like
those
it's
cards.
like art. It's not different than art. Like you have to have like
the buyer.
there's
The
gotta
buyer,
be someone
yeah.
in your
Yeah,
market,
it's
someone's
the-
a buyer.
Yeah. I watched a podcast on Pablo's the two guys the DEAs who took down Pablo
Escobar?
Yep. And they were talking about his no, you're right. But they were talking about his jail, and he had art in there that was worth $3 million.
Did you two watch Operation
He had a mansion, right? Like basically,
Yeah.
it was just a mansion.
You guys gotta get on that.
Yeah,
What's
you guys, if you watch
Operation Odessa?
You guys gotta get on
It's
that.
in my list. I've
dude, you gotta
Hold on. I heard. Oh well, you probably know this from
Uh-huh.
Two Bears One Cave, but it made me think of it. This TV series. If you listen to this week, there's a TV series on Amazon called 000.
I haven't watched it yet, but I did see it.
But it
yeah.
reminded me of the story of Operation Odessa.
And what was 00 again? It was
000 is it's basically some sort of drug trade between. It seems like some stuff in Europe or particularly Spain.
yeah.
And an American is kind of like the in
between Mexico,
and
America.
Yeah.
Last Narcos a good one too.
What's
that?
that?
Prime.
Yes. That
Yeah,
is,
you're
wow.
right. We need to, there's so much TV. Funny thing is, two last things, and we'll call it a beautiful.
Oh, I got one thing. For
Okay,
you.
all right.
Oh,
So
okay.
then I'll do one, and then you do one, and we'll get out of here. Actually, I'll do my two real quick. They talk about how the mob's kind of dead. That's BS. They busted in Canada, the Italian mob in Canada, seized $35 million. Canada messed up. They taped recordings between the mafia and the lawyers, and they had to give all $35 million back. And then from China, there was Frosted Flakes, like a big bunch of Frosted Flakes being shipped to China.
Okay, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And
Oh,
so it was
I just
yeah.
was a guess. I was
Yeah,
a
yeah.
guess.
No, 100, it was like 60 mil. It was like, I don't know how much. It was a lot. Like, so instead of like sugar on the flakes, it was
Yeah.
How they get the
cocaine.
cocaine off
Wow.
the flake, or you just eat the flake or something?
That's an interesting question.
You know what? Probably a shifter. Like
I
they
am
just
100%
shift it.
sure they have a system in place.
I'm sure. I was
to
curious
get it off.
what it was. My question.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, finish this off, baby.
So I read an article a couple weeks ago, and this is what got me on the thing for the dating app. There was this guy in England. He ended up having to move in with his girlfriend and her parents.
I saw a story.
Did you see it? Yeah.
Wait.
He ended up having to move in with because his girlfriend was pregnant, so they ended up moving in with her parents because they got lockdown in England.
Yeah. This is okay.
And so the guy was there to help him take care of his wife or girlfriend, and then the mom and dad were there because they were living together.
Yeah.
They wanted to make sure that she was okay and helping her.
Yeah.
And the boyfriend and the mom were like really flirtatious.
yeah.
Oh, I heard this.
Yeah.
And she ends up giving birth to the kid, and then like 10 hours later, he moves out, texts her like we're broken up, and the mom moves out and ends up finding out that the boyfriend and the mom were sleeping together.
Yeah.
And like
Silliness.
and the dad's
Silliness.
and the dad's living there, and I'm like, and the dad's like, and she's like, yeah, the dad's really sad. So how's the dad? I'm giving my goddamn car and whooping dude's ass.
I don't know. It's
Dude,
silliness.
That's fucking nuts.
That is cartoony level shit.
Yeah, only in England.
Oh, yeah.
No.
No, it's America too.
Yeah,
I can see
America.
that. I can see
Yeah.
that. I can see
It's
that.
been happening in the South
You told me that was in
for
Kentucky.
centuries.
You told me that was in
Centuries.
Kentucky. I believe it just as much.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Tiger Woods, and you look at the women Tiger Woods was kind of sleeping with, and I'm just like, Tiger, what are you doing, baby?
That Perkins witch just got him going wild, baby.
Yeah, buddy. All right, hey, well, we are off to another dinner to have a little bit of fun. We just want to thank you guys again. If you're a new listener, thank you for joining us. If you're an old listener, thanks for continuing to support. And have a great night.
And I just want to say, your birthday was Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
Happy birthday, man.
I appreciate that,
Happy
man.
birthday.
Happy birthday, bye.